Hi everyone, it's Donna from Shoot Them in Creations. Thanks so much for choosing my furniture flip video. This one's a little different. In my last video, I redid a dresser that I actually kept for myself, and it was in a set and it had a match. So this is the dresser, and it came with a lovely mirror, and I also had two old nightstands that I'm going to redo to complete my bedroom set. So if you want to see how I did the dresser, I'll put the link to the video in the description box below and you can watch that one. So in this one, we're going to focus on the mirror and the end tables. So this is the end table. It's a really basic, it is solid wood. It's pretty just standard and side table for your bedroom, but it was in a really old-fashioned black paint almost. So I started by sanding off the top and taking all of that finish off to get it back to the raw wood, and then I'm going to stain it in the dark walnut stain so it matches the legs of my new dresser set, and it also matches the bed in our bedroom. So I put the stain on, and when you're staining, I use Minwax, and so you put it on and you let it sit for a few minutes. You don't ever want the stain to dry on your piece. That makes it very difficult to remove. So you just put it on and let it sit there for a few minutes, and then you wipe it back. If you wanted something darker, you could leave it on a bit longer or do 2 applications. So I was quite pleased with the color. So now I'm going to start with the painting. So I'm using the Fusion Mineral Paint, which I must say is one of my new favorites. And the color I'm using is Putty, so it requires a scuff sand. So I'm just taking some 120 grit sandpaper and just going over the piece and really just scuffing up the surface so the paint has something to grab. I normally would do a prime coat, and if this was a piece I was selling, I would definitely do a prime coat. Where it's just for me, I wanted to test to see the durability of the paint just with a scuff sand and without a primer. So you can see here, I'm just starting to put the first coat of paint on. There'll be 3 coats of paint for this particular piece because the wood is quite dark. So it's really simple to use. The paint is really different than chalk paint. It's really watery, but it is just a beautiful paint. It goes on really smooth. It really levels out the brush strokes really well. So you can see I'm just putting the paint around, and again, this will be the first of 3 coats. So as always, if you like this sort of content, if you like furniture flips, if you like DIYs, please consider subscribing. I have lots of videos on my channel with different furniture flips, and I am going to be doing a DIY project soon in our sunroom in our house, and so stay tuned for that. So if you like this sort of thing, please consider subscribing. Love to have you along for the ride. And as always, if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below and I'll definitely get back to you. So I'm just continuing here. This is the second coat. So again, this paint goes on really well. It adheres really well, and it's a nice smooth finish. So this is the mirror. It was a beautiful old mirror with lots of carving detail. Really, really nice mirror. It's a round mirror. The mirror itself has quite a bit of age to it, so it's got a lot of those black spots on it. But again, I'm okay with this, and I'm keeping this set for my room. So I didn't mind the mirror the way it looked at all. I thought the age add quite a bit to the character of the piece. So again, this is just a scuff sand. And again, so the paint will have something to adhere to. And again, I'm not priming this piece where I normally would when I'm selling a piece. I would definitely prime it, but where this is for me, I thought I would do a test to see how strong the paint is. So after I did the scuff coat, you give it a good wipe down, and you'll see there's still quite a bit of the sanding residue in a lot of the grooves. So I just grabbed a paintbrush and was able to really get in there and get all of that dust out. You definitely don't want the dust left. It will gum up your paint, and the paint won't adhere to the piece. It will adhere to the dust. And so again here, this is the first of 3 coats of paint. And again, it's the same color. It's the Putty color in the Fusion Mineral Paint. I was really I really wanted to freshen up my whole bedroom set, and so I found the two dressers that I just loved, and then the mirror is just that added bonus. And then I needed to get some new end tables, some new nightstands. So we had these old nightstands, and I thought these would be the perfect candidate to redo. So in the end, I was able to get a really fresh, new, great addition to my bedroom for really almost very, very low cost. I think in total the two dressers cost $100, and the mirror was included in that as well, and then just the cost of the paint. So it's well worth doing. And they turned out beautifully. I was so pleased with how they turned out. So when you're painting a mirror, you don't need to worry about getting paint on the mirror itself. You don't have to worry about taping it off. This would have been very difficult to tape off where it's round. You can just paint right over the mirror, and you'll see it comes off very easily just with a razor blade. So this is the second coat of paint. And you can see there is paint definitely on my mirror. And you'll see in just a minute when I use the razor blade, it just comes right off. It's a great little bonus when you're painting on anything that's got glass or a mirror in it, to not have to tape and worry about getting your paint just so. So here I am going with the razor blade, and there's my husband in the reflection of the mirror. So you just use the razor blade and just scrape along the mirror, and the paint just comes right up. It's amazing. Well, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing how you can create a set out of thrifted items and really make them look fantastic. And we'll just be finishing up here in just a minute, and you'll be able to see the finished product. So this is the shot from my bedroom. So you can see that's the original dresser I did in the first video. And then that's the new one for today. And there's the mirror. And the mirror just turned out so pretty. And there you can see the nightstand and my dog, Charlie. So there's the nightstand. It's just a clean, really great looking piece. I was really pleased with how it turned out. So thanks so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.